welcome back to Reliving Retro. What's up, guys?
Hey, buddy.
Hi.
I sniffled in the intro. I apologize.
Don't sniffle.
Did
I
you?
did. And he said, welcome back. Like,
Oh,
just, I thought I was muted. I didn't think anybody was going to
man.
hear me.
oh yeah, no.
Man, you worked so hard last week to not put the sniffles in, too.
Did I? Oh yeah, because I was
You
muting
mute it
myself.
every time. Every
Yeah,
time you just
allergies
mute
have
it.
been tough lately,
Yeah,
for sure.
Pollen's everywhere.
Yo, so I wore my turtle shirt today, because Shredder's Revenge was released today,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm pretty pumped to play that game. However, it's download only, which is a little disappointing. I might still get it. I don't know. I really like physical copies of things, so I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to get to digital or not. But it's been rumored that the physical copy is going to come out in late August.
Why do you need the physical copy?
I don't need it, Travis. I
It's just
need it.
It's a Rigney thing.
Well, okay. So here's my deal with digital stuff, right?
Yeah.
Listen in.
If they shut down like the shop and stuff like that, then like, do you still have that stuff?
Yeah, it's downloaded to the games.
Yeah, but sometimes, right? Like, so, okay, hold on. So, I've bought stuff for my Xbox 360,
Mm-hmm.
right? The online service for your Xbox 360 is no longer in service. So now when I go on my 360 console and go to play Banjo-Kazooie, which I tried to do for this podcast, it's not on there. It doesn't work.
So on the PlayStation, every game I have is digital. And if for some reason I didn't have internet, I could still play Madden if I wanted to. It's on the PlayStation.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a digital download, but it's still there.
Yeah, I don't know. I also don't like the fact that they could just straight up change content.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like when you buy something digitally, they can just change it whenever they want,
that's true.
True.
which is annoying to me.
That's a
So
good
like,
point.
And you get the hard copy. It's just whatever
it's
it was
just
when it
whatever
came out.
it was, yeah, when it came out. And so that's why I like that's another reason why. Plus, I just like seeing what I have. You know what I mean? Like I like having a physical collection to look at. And
But you can also lose it.
you could, but you could also lose digital stuff by
Yeah.
them just taking it away.
Wow.
And in 30 years, when they're like collectible, you can't fucking collect digital shit.
Yeah, you
can
can't sell your digital copy for anything.
NFTs, bro. NFTs.
I don't think anything that's
Isn't that
out
what
now
NFTs are?
is going to be like
Like,
old school
don't
NES
think so.
games are worth a ton of money or whatever now.
Yeah.
Nothing that's out right now or that's coming, like the new God of War isn't going to be worth shit in 30 years.
No, there's just
No,
too
but I
many
mean-
copies, right?
yeah, but I mean, they'll come out with like limited editions of that stuff. So like they're coming out with the Ninja Turtles like Cowabunga collection or whatever, and that is getting just a regular like physical release, which I ordered, but I ordered the limited edition where it comes with a ton of extra stuff. So like
Nice.
that version will be worth something eventually. And if you haven't seen the TikTok I put up on Reliving Retro, I talk about the WWE 13 game that I have, and you wouldn't think that game is rare or expensive, but it's pretty rare. I haven't seen anybody. Literally, I've never seen another person with that game.
Oh shit! Yeah, I think you were saying that when we
Yeah.
were looking at your stuff.
WWE 13, the Austin 316 edition. I've never seen anybody else with it. You had to pre-order that copy from THQ's website, and then THQ died as a company. So I don't even know how many they sold. I know that they produced 35,000 copies between Xbox 360 and PS3.
It's not a lot at all.
That's not a lot. Yeah, it's not a lot.
Wow.
So, yeah, that one's pretty rare.
Rigney's a collector.
I do enjoy the collecting of things.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
yeah. So, anyway, this week we played Crazy Taxi.
Crazy Taxi.
I was just playing it like a minute ago.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were playing Pokemon Go, don't lie.
No, I was
He
doing that too.
yeah.
But I was playing Crazy
You
Taxi.
have two phones over there?
No, I was playing the Crazy Taxi was first.
I was
yeah,
wondering if the mobile version had the same soundtrack.
Yes, I
And then
sparked
he
it up.
fired it up.
it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Yaiser played this on the Dreamcast. Correct.
The Redream.
Right. The emulator.
Yeah.
Correct.
Redream.
So the Dreamcast version, actually, real quick, your playthrough, Yaiser, is up on YouTube right now
It is. Yeah.
as we record this.
Yep.
Go check that out. Give it a likesies and maybe
Yeah.
like comment what your high score was or whatever. Because
Yeah.
I was kind of looking into that, see what everybody's high score was. I
Yeah.
kind of put out like a little challenge to people to see
Mm-hmm.
who could beat our high scores. And so far, other than Yaiser's that he posted to the Hive Mind, I don't know that anybody beat mine.
Oh no, probably not. But you could see, my little. You get some tips and tricks to look at. Watch that playthrough
true.
video and
True.
see how
Yeah.
I got that high score.
Yeah, if you go
I
look.
think Yaiser's a damn cheater. That's what I think.
Whoa.
Well, hey, come on. Those are some strong accusations
Come on.
from the
man.
guy that was playing Pokemon Go a minute ago.
What does that have to do with anything?
You were cheating in that game.
Oh, you can't cheat in that game.
How'd you get all those
I saw
shinies?
all those fucking shinies.
I went out on the events and caught all of them.
No, you didn't.
You can't cheat in this
Okay.
game.
You certainly can.
It used
You
to
can
be able
spoof,
to.
yeah.
Yeah, I used to
I wouldn't
spoof.
even know how to do that.
I was walking
That-
around New
that
York
checks
City
out, though.
from
That
my
checks out.
bed.
Travis has struggled to download every emulator
I
to
was
this
gonna-
point.
I was gonna say I had to walk him through the PS1 emulator. I'm sure he can't spoof in Pokemon Go.
That's funny.
I don't know how to do it either. That's crazy.
It's gotten harder, but yeah, I used to do it.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you ever get banned?
Basically, I don't think so, no.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, you get like a little joystick on your screen. You can just walk around. You can set your GPS to like anywhere
You can go to like India.
if you wanted to. Yeah,
To
I
get
would
a
go to New
Kangaskhan?
York City, just walk around Times
Is
Square.
that where he
There's-
is?
I think so.
Oh, I didn't.
How
do
did you
that,
get
but
him
I could
then?
have done that.
There are
I went to India.
no,
jerk.
no, there are events every once in a while that make that like they swap regions, right? So if like it was Mr. Mime
Oh.
here, or whoever it was, Mr. Mime would go to like Asia or whatever, and then like Tauros would come here, or whoever.
Nice.
Yeah, they would do that every once in a while just to
Yeah.
make it possible. Because I do have all 151. I actually have
Cool.
all 153 because I think I have, a couple of those. Anyway, so we played Crazy Taxi this week, and so Yaiser played on the Dreamcast. I played on my phone. Trav, you played on your phone too?
Mobile.
How
And
was that?
The phone version's actually a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's pretty playable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had it like a while back. I had it, but
Yeah.
I was getting real like some 41 vibes from the soundtrack.
for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah. So I'll get into that because I have the whole soundtrack pulled up here so I can read through it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, for sure. But this game was released on pretty much everything. It came out on the Dreamcast originally, and then it also came out on the PS2 and the GameCube. Came out on the Xbox 360 later, the Game Boy Advance, the PSP, all different iterations of it, and then of course like the mobile version.
I have a question that maybe you know and maybe you don't know the answer to.
Okay.
Was it arcade first or was it
I believe it
Dreamcast
was.
first?
I believe it was arcade first. That's how it's listed here. It's listed arcade,
Okay,
Dreamcast,
that makes
PS2,
sense.
GameCube, Microsoft Windows.
because it feels like an arcade game.
Yeah. Did it have a wheel
Yeah, a wheel. There was no seat, but there was a wheel and a
and
pedal.
pedals that you had to stand up? That makes sense
There's-
for Crazy Taxi that they wouldn't give you a seat.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Yeah,
pretty
it was
fun.
super fun on the arcade, bro. Like,
was it?
Yeah.
I
had a
never
lot of
played
fun
that
doing
version. I'm definitely interested in checking that out at some point.
Yeah.
All right, Travis,
Yep.
let's start it off, buddy.
Okay.
Story. What do you got?
Okay. So unless I'm missing something, there wasn't much of a story at all. You just pick somebody up, you drive them around, you get a high score. That was the general idea I got from it.
Yeah.
I didn't see or hear any dialogue of any kind. So this is gonna get a solid 1.5 stars for
Okay.
story.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
That's pretty fair, yeah.
Yaiser?
I went 1.5. And so I've been looking up recently all the past games we played, like looking up like the manuals to see if there's a story in there. And usually there is, but like
Yep.
and there's no manual for the fucking arcade game, right? And like it's an arcade game, so there's no time to really have a story
Yeah.
either,
25 cents, you get 60 seconds. Go.
Yeah, go play, have fun. So yeah, I landed at 1.5 too, just because I didn't want to go any lower because I like playing the game. I could have, it honestly could have been 0, and that's probably pretty fair, right?
Yeah, there
Because
was
it didn't have
there
a
was
story.
0
Yeah,
story.
there literally was 0.
Yeah, so I gave it a 1, pretty much for all the exact same reasons.
I
And
thought it was gonna be the lowest.
no, so I gave it a 1 because it really, right? It didn't have a story at all. I mean, there is context to what you're doing,
Yeah,
right?
there
It's,
is.
it's not you're doing this for no reason. Like you're a cab driver, so you're trying to make money by. There's a little bit of a story there. You're kind of
Yeah.
It's very obvious what you're doing, but like there's nothing to really back it up. There's no there's no like explaining each character or anything like that.
Nothing happens if you hit some sort of crazy cash threshold. It's just the same.
All right, so gameplay, Yaiser.
Gameplay. I went. I originally had 4 because it's like so much fun, right? It's a lot of fun, but then like after I don't know 20 minutes,
Yeah,
it's like what more can you do other than just drive people around in a
you could
taxi?
play for 21 minutes.
You
Mhm.
could play, but it's all the same, right? So I knocked
Yeah.
it down a little bit.
Okay.
To 3.5 because it still is fun.
It's
And as far
respectable.
as in our it's because it is an arcade game.
Yeah.
Right. As far as that goes, throw your quarters in and keep trying the same thing, trying to get a high score.
Correct.
Fun, but a little lacking in variety, but still fun enough for a 3.5. I
Yeah.
think that's fair.
Trev,
And what category are we doing right now?
gameplay.
Gameplay. I'm gonna give it a 2.5 stars.
Okay.
I thought it was a bit clunky. The drive, the forward and reverse.
Yeah.
The drifting was a little weird. It was a bit repetitive. Like if you pick certain people up,
They
like
all
if you
wanna
start a
go to
new
the same
game,
place.
yeah, and you could almost strategize how to do this if you started the game over again because you knew where certain people were getting dropped off.
If you learn the map well enough,
Yeah.
yeah definitely.
I mean, if you just memorize that location, like the first person on the right, you pick them
Right.
up, and they always go to
Where
the
they
center
wanna go.
square or whatever,
Yeah.
the town center thing. And I felt like that was a bit lazy.
Yeah, there's
Or,
not.
I don't know if there's randomized.
Yeah,
locations.
the destinations weren't randomized at all, so it's
No.
set destinations for sure. You could map out how you want to drive from person to person or whatever,
Mhm.
which I think makes really. I didn't look it up, but I want to after the show. I want to look up to see speedrunners of this or like high scores to see like how good they are at like drifting and because I think that this is a game like it could be very very involved with like speedrunning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, I agree that the some of the driving seems a little clunky, but it's also it's not supposed to be realistic, right? Like it's definitely like the arcade type of like you run into stuff, it flies all over the place. Like it's for
Yeah.
sure like the
Yeah,
arcade type of I guess like physics. The drifting was really, really tough to I was doing the crazy box stuff and I think I beat all 9 of like the normal stages and then 2 of the S stages.
Yeah.
And then I got stuck on like S3 or something like that. It was pretty difficult. You have to like stop on the very, very edge of this thing, otherwise you'll fall in the water and you have to drop off like 9 old ladies.
Oh, some of those were tough, man.
Yeah, they were
Trying
hard.
to hit the ramp without the ramps without going into the fucking water.
Yeah.
I picked somebody up and it was like 500 and something meters away or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I was following the arrow the whole time, and then it stops me, and I'm looking at a body of water, and then across the body of water is a platform in the middle where I'm supposed to take them. And I was like, how the hell am I supposed to get over there?
You can drive underwater.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, can you?
It's
See,
crazy.
I
You can just go
avoided
over.
the water.
Yeah, because most games teach you water bad, but
Water
this game is
bad.
like water inconsequential.
Especially GTA. You touch water and you're immediately dead.
Yeah.
I just
Well,
thought I
the
was
early
like,
ones anyways.
I just stopped. I'm like running out of time. I'm like, why did you even have me go this way? This is all water over here.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Gameplay though, I gave it a 4 just because of how much fun I have with it.
Cool.
It's one of those that I can just pick up and play whenever. But I do agree with Yaiser's points that like you can't play this game for very long unless you're like really trying to work on a high score or something like that. But
Right.
you're kind of making yourself play it. Like it's perfect. Somebody on Facebook, I can't remember who it was. I apologize. They said it's a perfect like time waster basically. Like if like you're in a waiting room or something like that and you're just like you have your phone with you and you can pull it up and yeah, you can just play that for a little bit.
Yeah.
It's it really is like a Bejeweled type of game in that sense because the rounds last like a couple minutes.
Yeah,
depending on how good you are.
doing,
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose. I mean, if you have nostalgia for this game, then this is definitely an easy time waster. You could just pull out and do whenever.
For sure. Now, Yaiser, since people have already seen your video by this point.
Oh yeah.
Because your video will be out for a few days before this one comes out. What was your high score, roughly?
Roughly $99,999.
Mine was $3,973.92. I had the S-Class license and I had 16th rank.
Okay, so spoiler alert, even though it's already spoiled if you watch the playthrough video.
Yeah.
I cheated.
Yeah.
You know, I did cheat.
Yeah, you cheated a little bit.
Trav was right.
You goddamn cheater.
You kind of called it.
I thought it'd be fun
So
to mess with the hive mind and everybody who took part in the challenge.
so for the cheating, what, it just gives you extra money for every pickup?
Oh
Or
yeah,
you just
dude.
start with $99,000?
No, it just gives you like way too much money per
Gotcha.
person. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think I almost maxed out after one guy, like 70 fucking thousand after one
Yeah,
customer.
that's crazy.
But I think my high score without cheating, like legitimately, I think I hit like 2,800 or something. I never beat 3,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi-Fi Dojo shared a picture with us, and his high score was 3,716, and he got a Class B license with a 21st rank. Which is, it's weird because we're very close. Like I'm only $200 more than him, like 250 something and change. But my license was a Class S. My ranking was 5 higher, and we had the same amount of customers.
I got
So I don't know exactly how
21st
they do
rank
it.
when I got 2,700 or 2,800 or something.
Oh,
like that.
really?
Yeah.
I don't know how they do it.
Me either.
Interesting. Trav, what was your high score?
Like 1580 or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And it was like ranked 35 or something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, somebody else on Facebook showed they posted a picture, Devon Irving on Facebook, and he said, "I'm super rusty, but I forgot how much fun I used to have with this. Definitely need to play it some more. By the way, does anybody know if Crazy Taxi 2 is this good?" And I did used to play Crazy Taxi 2 quite a bit also, but
I didn't know there was a second one.
yeah. But he earned $1,860. So so not too bad. He had a Class D license. Anybody else have anything to say for gameplay?
I did enjoy some of the crazy box stuff, especially the bowling alley one.
That one was fun. I got all 70 on that one.
Yeah.
All 70 pins on that one. But yeah, you had to learn how to drift into the
drift and then like get out of the drift immediately.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
into those pins.
That was fun. I
Those ones were
like
fun.
that.
Yeah, that one was fun. I think it would have been more beneficial to have more crazy box stuff.
Yeah.
Right? They only had
I
like
think
9
so.
levels and then like the really hard ones.
Yeah, and like most of them are just like teaching you shit, which isn't like that much fun. But like I like the like the bowling pin challenge and like the
Mhm.
drifting off the jumps from island to island thing. That was like, it was super hard, but like, you know, it was pretty fun. It wasn't just like teaching you how to do something, you know.
Right. Trav?
I was gonna say, I think an underrated part of this, like maybe even go into the visuals,
Yeah.
here, is how the passenger responds to things that you're doing. I don't know if you pay
Yeah.
attention to like their little freakouts or
Yeah.
them standing up in the back seat or whatever.
Yeah, they get pumped when you're driving real well.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I started watching it. I caught it randomly, and I'm like, "What the hell is she doing back there?"
Yeah.
It is funny. It's like you would think they'd hate it, right?
Yeah,
But they tip you more when you do crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you go flying in between like 2 semis or something like that, you get like $3.50.
Yeah. And they'll like stand up and like cheer in the back seat,
Yeah.
like fucking crazy.
You know what's funny too is I don't know which character did you guys use.
Gina, I'm gonna call her.
Okay, I don't think that's her
the
name.
first guy. I don't know what his name is.
Oh, okay. I can't remember his name either. But I use
The old guy.
No. I use BD Joe.
Oh, he's cool.
Is that the guy with the unbuttoned shirt?
He's the black guy.
He's
Oh,
Yeah. I don't know how. Like I don't. There's no picture of his shirt.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
what
well,
I
I
can
mean,
see.
I think like the older guy right at the end, where he's got
Oh
got, like, a
yeah,
Tommy
yeah.
Bahama shirt
That
that's
guy
just-
always reminded me of like somebody from Grand Theft Auto.
yeah,
don't know
he
why.
does.
Oh
Kinda.
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, but not that guy. He's my least favorite guy.
I think when you're driving
Charlie's
him,
favorite.
his voice sounds like the Crazy Taxi like narrator voice.
Oh really?
I think so.
That dude. I never
Yeah.
really used him. I always use BD Joe because I think it's hilarious. He yells at his passengers.
Oh, he
He
does.
tells them like shut up and stuff like that. It's funny. As they're like screaming in the
'cause I
back.
did play him a little bit. He does tell me shit.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, he yells at them.
I only use the first guy and the guy with the unbuttoned shirt.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no, I
Gotcha.
thought it was pretty funny.
Gotcha.
Um,
Only the straight white males.
there you go.
I get it. I get it, Trev.
Just
Okay.
the cis white males. guys.
Okay, dude.
Sorry.
Visuals though, I guess going into that. I gave it a 3.5. And really, it's because a lot of the times like this can look pretty choppy and you can kind of get stuck somewhere, and I don't know, it's not great, but one of my favorite parts about this game, which isn't in the phone version, so if you only played it on the phone and that's your first time playing it, you wouldn't have known this, but in Yaiser's version, he probably noticed that a pizza like one of the pizza place called like the Pizza Palace or whatever on our version, Trav, is actually called Pizza Hut.
It's Pizza Hut.
Yep. And they have other places like Levi's,
the original Levi's.
Yep, and KFC, and
yeah.
So I think it's really cool that they had those like actual like real life places in the game, and I always remembered that as a kid and thought that was awesome.
That is awesome.
It might be in the gameplay video, but I picked up a guy wanting to go to KFC.
Mm-hmm.
He was only 55 meters away. His fucking fat ass didn't want to walk 55. Goddamn, they had to turn around, and it would have fucking waste of a pickup. But guy couldn't walk.
I don't know, man. It depends.
Guy couldn't walk half a block to KFC.
I actually felt like that if you got the drifting down, at least somewhat, that the flow of the game wasn't bad. I mean, if you weren't smashing into the buildings or the cars every other turn like I was at the start, and you got the flow down of sort of trying to drift or how to do it, letting off the gas and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I actually felt like the game had a nice sort of flow to it. It's if you were on a good groove.
Yeah. I think the controls were actually pretty good, at least on with the 360 controller on the emulator. I don't know. It probably wasn't as smooth on the phone.
The phone actually isn't too bad. You would think it would be really bad, but it's really not.
It felt. I mean, if you were going for the arcade feel, you really got that with the phone.
That's cool.
Felt like if you were playing on the arcade platform.
I mean,
don't know what this was, but
yeah, no. I mean, I think that it does it really well for what it is just being a couple buttons on the screen of the phone, and the buttons don't really get in the way. So, for what it is, it's one of the best like mobile ports of a arcade game that I've ever played.
Nice. Yeah.
Cool. I can say though that my favorite version of this is the Dreamcast version.
Oh, it played so well on the Redream. Yeah, it really did.
And the Dreamcast version got by far the highest ratings when it came out. It got like a 90% ish. And then like the PS2 and GameCube versions got like 60s.
Yeah, I think the version I owned was GameCube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Dreamcast definitely got the best ratings of the three like original versions. I mean, not counting the arcade, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I gave it a 3.5 for visuals. Yaiser?
I went 4 with visuals. I thought it looked really good. I don't know if it was because the emulator, maybe it was upscaled a little bit, but
maybe
it looked pretty crispy. It looked pretty good, and I think it's supposed to be like San Francisco, right? It looks pretty cool with the rolling like the hills and
it's got like the trolley things or whatever.
Trolleys on the hills. Yeah, I think it looked pretty good, and yeah, even like when you're driving around, when you were saying earlier about the customer in the back seat, like when they got real happy, they were all like jumping out of the car and shit. So I thought it looked pretty good. Yeah,
I mean, I don't think it looked bad by any means, Trev.
I gave it a 3. I felt like in the middle was probably fair, and I don't think it was ahead of its time, or I don't think it was bad in any regard. So I felt like in the middle of the road is probably a good spot for it. Pun intended.
Okay.
Oh, middle of the road.
All right. Now, I guess moving on to one of the things Crazy Taxi is kind of known for is its sound, and for me, I feel like it has very, very good sound. It's not in that Castlevania, Donkey Kong Country type of, I guess level for me, but I gave it a 4. The soundtrack. It can be very repetitive depending on how often you play this game. I believe there are only 7 songs.
7, okay. My guess was 4.
See what I mean? See what I mean? Yeah, no, there's I believe there are 7 songs. I'll read them off right now. If you like Bad Religion and The Offspring, then you're going to love the soundtrack. If you don't, then I would expect your score to be pretty low. Way Down the Line by The Offspring. All I Want by The Offspring. Change the World by The Offspring, 10 and 2010 by Bad Religion, Them and Us by Bad Religion, Hear It by Bad Religion, and Inner Logic by Bad Religion. Oh. And then there was it's an uncredited song that was in the 2010 re-release of Crazy Taxi, Get Out by The Hooks. Don't know that song.
I was telling you guys before, this soundtrack gave me very Sum 41 vibes.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it actually. I felt like I was jamming out a lot. I think it really adds to the environment of the game.
Mhm.
So
Whenever I hear All I Want by The Offspring, I immediately think of Crazy Taxi.
I gave it a 4
Okay.
because I felt like it fit really. I understand it's repetitive. It's, what did you say, 7 songs?
7 songs.
I mean, it's the perfect vibe for what you're doing,
Mhm.
and I just felt like it fit really well, and I found myself just inadvertently jamming.
Mhm.
That's cool. So I was at 4 with you guys,
And
but then I kept playing and I kept playing and I kept hearing the same goddamn songs. I really thought there was 4. Like in my head, there was fucking 4 of them.
yeah. Well,
So-
some might be a little bit more uncommon, I guess, to
Yeah,
start with.
maybe.
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Because
So
I feel like All I Want starts almost every other time.
probably right. But I knocked it down half star and I ended up at 3.5.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah.
I do want to say though, however, also contributing to the sound is I mean, there's not a ton of voice acting in this game. It's pretty minimal, but it is pretty funny. Like we were talking about the taxi cab drivers actually. I mean, I know BD Joe, like he constantly yelling at his customers there. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
And everybody's screaming, and sound overall is just pretty good in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the soundtrack definitely helps that for me. Over to Aged, Trav.
Being that this, I played it in the arcade way. I don't know how many. I mean, I played it on my phone and I played it arcade
Mhm.
and I played it original. I don't know if those 3 things matter or not, but because I wanted to get the original feel for it.
Mhm.
So I actually think I'm gonna give it a 3.5 for Aged, because despite being a game that's kind of old, it's like it's fun to play. I mean, you can complain about whatever there is. Like it was clunky at times, but like if you got the hang of it after a while, it was fun. It was tough to put down, and I feel like that's the best benchmark, especially if you were like, "Damn it, I almost made it." Like, all right, like, I'm going to pick that, and then like I said before, it's repetitive customers. Like I'm going to pick that person up again, because if I knew you wanted to go out into the middle of that, I would have went a different way and not follow the stupid green arrow.
Yeah.
But I think in that regard, Aged is good. What did I say, 3.5?
3.5.
3.5.
Pretty good.
Yaiser?
I went with 4 because, man, I don't even remember how young I was playing this in the arcade, but like, probably had to be at least
like 10,
like 25 fucking years ago. You know what I mean?
At 25 years old.
I was probably.
I really thought he was going that way too.
It's probably 8 or 9, maybe 10, but like so long ago playing the game in the arcade, and then firing it up that many years later, it felt the same, dude. It felt pretty good. The controls I thought were smooth, and like the gameplay, literally, it didn't feel like an old game to me.
So this is not one I played when I was younger. So when I say Aged, I'm assuming I'm basing this off of other games around that time frame, and not everything is as fun to play now as that one is.
I think it's fair.
That's where my opinion on Age is coming from, because this isn't one I've played. I've never played this game before this week.
Right. That's cool.
I've heard of it plenty, but just never played it.
Yeah.
I have to agree with Yaiser. I also gave it a 4. I think it's really, really easy to pick up and play, no matter what system you would want to try and play it for. I mean, like if I had it for the PS2, I could easily see myself just throw it in there and play it for a little bit.
Yeah,
and I wouldn't be bothered at all by the age or the controls or any sort of limitations that it has because it came out in 1999. Like I don't think any of those things matter.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that means it aged really well. And the fact that it's able to port to mobile so easily and kind of flawlessly, to me, just kind of go to show how well it did age.
Yeah, I agree.
So overall, we're looking at Trav being the lowest at 2.9
again,
and me and Yaiser are actually tied on this one, 3.3.
Oh wow!
For each of us, it gives it a total of 3.17, which is it seems real low compared to the last few games. So we had Banjo-Kazooie at a 4.07, we had Castlevania at a 4.03, and we had Donkey Kong Country at a 4.2.
Yeah. There's a lot more
those
to
are some
those games.
Those are some classics, though.
Yeah.
Some all-time classics. I don't know if there are any other like arcade games that would really beat out Crazy Taxi in terms of like, I mean, if we're talking like old school like Galaga and stuff like that, is that going to beat out Crazy Taxi for me? Not at all.
I think so. Yeah.
Not at all.
Hoop Fever.
What's that?
But you kind of got to be in the arcade for that one.
What's Hoop Fever? Is that? Oh, that's
It's the one with the basketball.
No, I know, but like you shooting the basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You can't really play that at home.
Yeah, it's not really an at home type of.
Yeah.
I got to see the mobile release on that one. Me and Yaiser both had it at 68% out of 100. 68. Sorry, 66% out of 100. Yeah, and Trav had it at 60. So
There you go.
I mean,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean it's not too bad, right? Like I said, for what the game is, it has literally no story. It throws you in a cab and says, "Go pick up these people and make some money," and it's fun to go
definitely.
and do that.
Yeah.
So would you guys recommend this game to somebody who's never played it before?
Hell yeah. Download it on your phone. Play it. It's
Right?
fun. Easy. Fun.
No.
No?
I say no because if
Like you don't have to go play it.
yeah, I mean if you're talking about like, hey, go download this on your phone, I can think of 5 other things to do that are more fun than that.
Golf Clash.
Pokemon Go.
That's all I do on my fucking phone.
No, I've
What's Golf Clash?
There's nothing.
Oh, it's a golf game.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Yeah.
There's nothing necessarily wrong with the game. It's just this has. I think there's a bit of nostalgia missing for me that you guys have here.
Yeah.
Which is really sort of why I wouldn't. You're like, hey, what's a cool mobile app? Crazy Taxi's not going to be the first thing that comes to mind.
Yeah.
It's just not something I have a nostalgia for.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is good though.
Where you guys do.
That's true.
All right,
That
we
makes
have
sense.
some reviews from the Hive Mind here. We have Ramble Rick coming in with so story he gave it a 2, gameplay 4, visuals a 3.5, sound a 4, and aged a 3. And he played it on the Dreamcast, so he's basing off his reviews on that. And he said if anyone is wondering how to play this game, you could always try to find an older copy, or you could even get it on Steam. But yeah, so check out Ramble Rick on YouTube. We also had a review in from Hi-Fi Dojo. He gave the story a 2, gameplay 3.5, visuals a 3.5, sound a 4, and aged a 3.5. He said sometimes a simple premises can be all that is needed to tell a story. Crazy Taxi has none to speak of. Its roots in the arcade exemplifies the days of old, where games like Paperboy, Tapper, and Tubin focused on just one thing: fun and getting your money.
Yeah.
Which is fair enough.
Legit.
In the end, he says, in modern day standards, this game can be a great little distraction if you choose to play it on your phone, but can show its limitations when played on consoles. There are so many other games, including its 2 sequels, that have tuned the gameplay with a better result. Simpsons Road Rage comes to mind, which is true. The Simpsons made essentially basically a clone to Crazy Taxi. It's called Simpsons Road Rage.
Oh.
It's a lot of fun. In short, the original is good, but the later revisions are better, and as well as its clones. He gave it an overall of 3.3. So he was actually right where me and Yaiser were.
Yeah.
On that one. So thank you again for the guys from the Hive Mind playing the game along with us this week. We definitely appreciate that. And I guess we're on to next week's game. So we have to hit the randomizer.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We ready for this?
Hell yeah.
Okay. I gotta remember what button it is. I always forget.
He's gonna hit the wrong one.
No. You don't put that out. You don't put that out here. You don't say that. Ready?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, nailed it.
You got it.
All right.
I take it back.
Easy, everybody. I'm kind of a genius. All right. So this week.
He didn't even randomize it. He just hit the randomize noise and then just didn't randomize anything.
Well,
I have it right
here.
This week, we have a action role-playing game.
Ooh.
Released in 2004.
Ooh.
which is a fairly like new
Newish.
game. I mean, I don't know if that's the newest game we've played so far.
It has to be, right?
It's got to be up there. I mean, maybe like Stuntman or Monster Rancher 4.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Some other like PS2 games.
Yeah, same era.
For the Xbox. So this is our first Xbox title.
Okay.
Fable.
Oh my god, that's a good one.
Pumped.
I've never played it.
Really?
Oh my
Never
god.
played it.
I'm trying to think if this is the. I think maybe I played Fable 2.
I played Fable. I think I played Fable 2. I think I played Fable 3.
Can't remember.
The first one's the only one I've ever played to the end, though, and I cannot wait to do it again.
Yeah.
This is like one of the first games I've ever played that introduced the be good or bad sort of.
That mechanic I'm looking
Chicken kicker.
I'm looking forward to that. I don't know what that means, but I'm assuming I'll find out.
You earn
roast
yourself
chickens here with
nicknames.
Okay, so you could do that in Zelda too, but that was a
Yeah.
bad thing.
Yeah, but like if you like go
It's
around
frowned
picking
upon in
chickens,
this too.
like the NPCs will like
Building-
refer to you as fucking chicken kicker.
That's
Like
pretty
yeah,
fun.
there's a lot of cool little things like
So
that.
is this the Fable though, where like if you were good enough or if you were bad enough, you started growing horns and shit?
Fuck yeah, it is.
Okay,
Okay,
I
so
think to get the horns, I don't want.
you gotta do
spoilers.
some real bad
so
shit.
Yeah.
so question, Trav, I don't know if you're gonna have enough time to play this one with us this week, but if you do, are you gonna go bad or good?
I 100% of the time go bad.
Oh, do you? What about
It's
you?
the
Yasser?
easier way to play the game.
I'll probably try to maintain a balance.
Yeah,
A little bad, a little evil.
but bad enough to get the horns.
Bad enough. Oh no, I think you only get the horns at the end.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
Do
you got,
the
like,
ultimate bad thing.
gotcha. I don't know what that means.
Well, I
but
mean,
it
so,
sounds
it's
awesome.
like it's
I
just like
think
a
I
choose your own
remember.
adventure style,
right.
Yeah.
and you make depending on because you can just do random actions that make you good or bad. You can like
Mhm.
scare little kids and stuff and be bad,
Yeah.
but like the story presents itself in a way that you have to choose the good option or the bad option. And I think at the end, if you choose the bad option, you're just the ultimate dick.
Well, I remember when Haas was playing through this game, like for the first time, he'd tell me like it was so hard to just be completely good all the
Yeah.
time. But that's always, he wanted to get like the true like good ending first, and then I think he played through it again to get the true like bad
I think
ending.
you start getting like a Halo or something, right?
I think you do go.
Was
to
that
Halo.
Fable
Yeah,
too?
yeah. I think that's
I don't
that
know.
might be
Start
true.
growing a Halo.
I
I
was
think.
never that good.
Never played.
No, I was always bad.
But I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna get this on Steam. I think it's available on Steam, so I'm probably gonna jump on there and grab it because I don't have it on the Xbox. So
I did back in the day. I don't know where the fuck that is though.
it's probably on Game Pass too. If anybody has like an Xbox Game Pass subscription, like
Yeah.
you'd probably get it on there. So I mean, there's that, I guess, right?
Yeah, well, check it out. Figure it out.
We are going to have a guest on for next week's show, by the way.
Sweet.
His name is Andy, and he's from the podcast Cafe BTW, and you can check him out on TikTok as well. He's Cafe BTW, and go check him out on there. He's got like a ton of followers and stuff, and posts content every single day. So
Cool.
if you guys are at all on TikTok and you do like retro game stuff on TikTok, then you've probably already seen him because he's on there and he does the stuff.
He's on there.
So I think that's about it. Next week is episode 11, right? So this is episode 10.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, episode 11. Episode 12 is our last episode of season 1, which is kind of crazy. Seems like it's gone by pretty quickly.
That was quick, man. Yeah.
Yeah. Last episode of season 1 is a Patreon episode, and currently we have 3 games in the Patreon. So if you want to get your game played for the finale of season 1, go ahead and join that Patreon. The link is in the YouTube description below. Also, if you're watching right now on YouTube, go ahead and hit that like button.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the most likes we've gotten on a video so far is like 20. Let's get like 25, 30.
Yeah,
Can we do that? 25, 30 likes?
let's do it.
Right? Let's.
You guys can do it.
I'm sure.
Just gonna create a bunch of accounts and go on just like.
That's cheating.
Well,
Stop
don't
cheating.
tell them
What
they're
do you
gonna-
mean? You didn't
don't
tell
tell
Yaiser to
them.
stop cheating.
Well, that's
Yeah,
different.
that was different. It's funny. No, anyway. All right. So Let's do that though. Let's get the likes up a little bit. It helps out the channel, helps out the visibility and whatever. I don't know, YouTube algorithm BS. I don't know how it works, guys. I'm pretty sure it's just ghosts messing around in the YouTube stuff. I don't know how it works.
Something like that, yeah.
It's got to be ghosts or something. I can't, right? Because if you can't explain something, it's ghosts or aliens. One of the two.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure somebody could explain it.
No, impossible. Nobody knows.
Okay.
Nobody has any idea how to do the algorithm for YouTube. So, all right, that's it from us for today.
Yeah.
We will see you guys next week when we talk about Fable.
So pumped. That's gonna be fun.
Right? It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
See ya.
See you guys.
Peace.